When my nosy HOA Karen neighbor thought I'd left town for a few weeks, she took it upon herself to repurpose my house for her cousin. I returned early only to find my locks changed, my mail stolen, and my furniture gone. But what she didn't know was that I had cameras, hidden ones, watching everything, recording everything. If Karen wanted to play landlord, I was about to show her what real ownership and legal revenge looked like. Welcome to my home. Oh wait, it's yours now. It all started on a quiet Thursday. I had taken a sudden business trip, just a 3-day emergency consulting job across state lines, and let no one know, not even the HOA, not even my chatty neighbors. I preferred privacy, and my home was equipped with the best security system money could buy. Cameras, motion sensors, two-way intercom, everything. And yes, all data was cloud synced. Karen, of all people, should have known better. Karen was the self-declared neighborhood guardian. She wore her HOA committee badge like it was military rank and acted like every square inch of our cul-de-sac was her domain. No one parked wrong. No grass grew too tall. No fence was the wrong color. Unless you wanted to see her clipboard of doom. And me? I was her favorite target. A bachelor with a luxury SUV, an eco-friendly lawn, and the audacity to install solar panels without her personal blessing. We'd had our run-ins before, but this one would top them all. I got the first alert at 2:08 p.m. on Friday. Backdoor unusual entry detected. Then came the video feed. A slim figure with gloves and a wide-brimmed sun hat walked straight to my back patio, glanced around, pulled something from her bag, and began picking the lock. I leaned in. Karen. I stared at my phone, stunned. Not just a peek through my window, not a wellness check. This woman was breaking in. I called the police, but oddly, I wasn't panicked. I knew I had her. And something told me this wasn't going to be just a trespassing case.
I let the footage keep rolling.
At 2:13 p.m., Karen stepped inside, looked around confidently, and pulled out her phone. Hey, Doreen? Yeah, house is clear. You can come in now. Who the hell was Doreen? Within 20 minutes, a silver minivan pulled up to my driveway. Out came two people, a teenager, a dog crate, and several duffel bags. Karen waved at them like a realtor hosting an open house. Welcome home, she said. The owner abandoned it. It's HOA property now. I nearly dropped my phone. Abandoned? HOA property? I fast-forwarded. Within hours, the family had moved in. They unpacked. They rearranged furniture. Karen walked through the living room, pointing things out. You can take this down. It's just his art stuff. Doesn't matter. By 6 p.m., someone had changed the locks. By 9 p.m., they had ordered takeout and were sitting at my dining table watching Netflix. That night, I didn't sleep. I stayed in my hotel, eyes locked on the footage. If Karen wanted war, she had no idea what battlefield she'd stepped onto. The next morning, I returned home. I didn't ring the doorbell. I walked right up to the sidewalk, dialed a locksmith friend of mine, and waited in my car with my phone recording. Karen came storming out 10 minutes later. You can't be here, she shrieked. This property is under HOA dispute. I laughed. Karen, this is my house. Check the deed. She smirked. You left it vacant for more than 72 hours without notifying the board. HOA law allows for reassignment under Article 7, Section B. There is no such law, I said calmly. And even if there were, your name isn't on any document here. She tried to block the locksmith, but I was already showing the cops my ID. They asked Karen to leave the premises. She didn't. She pulled out her HOA badge and waved it like a badge of immunity. He's a fraud. He abandoned this property. I have authority here. But then I did something Karen didn't expect. I handed the officer a printed packet. Time-stamped images. Footage of her breaking in. audio clips of her telling her cousin to move in. And then, "If you'll step inside the garage, officers," I said, "you'll see she also disconnected my security panel and stole several of my personal belongings." Everything's recorded. Karen's face lost color. The officer nodded slowly, stepped inside, and emerged minutes later. "Ma'am, we need you to come with us." But the real chaos started later that week. Karen's cousin and her family were forced to vacate, but not before damaging my living room walls, breaking my smart TV, and smashing a framed photo of my late father. I filed charges, civil and criminal. Karen hired a lawyer. A bad one. In the next HOA board meeting, she tried to rally others around her. "I was protecting the community. He was gone. We had squatters last year, remember?" But then I played the clip of her saying, "The owner abandoned it. It's HOA property now." One of the board members leaned forward and said coldly, "Karen, that's not protection. That's premeditated burglary." Karen was removed from the HOA board the following week. But I wasn't done. I planned something for part 2, something far bigger. I wasn't just going to punish Karen. I was going to turn the entire neighborhood against her. With the truth. Turning the tables on the self-appointed queen of the HOA. Karen's removal from the HOA board made headlines in our community newsletter. But surprisingly, the woman still had the audacity to show her face around the neighborhood, chin up, sunglasses on, as if she'd done nothing wrong. The best part? She claimed I had edited the footage and used AI to fake the break-in. Unfortunately for her, the local police department doesn't accept conspiracy theories as a defense, especially not when you have raw surveillance footage, timestamps, and an angry cousin ready to testify once she realized she'd been lied to. But I didn't want Karen to just leave. I wanted to make sure she'd never get the chance to harass another neighbor again. So I planned a little neighborhood gathering. Operation HOA Truthfest. I printed flyers titled, "Community Update, What Really Happened at 314 Willow Lane." I invited everyone, residents, the board, even some of Karen's old allies. I rented a projector, laid out snacks in my now restored backyard, and welcomed folks in for a simple screening. Nothing fancy, just unedited footage of Karen picking my lock, inviting her cousin in, and boldly declaring, "The owner abandoned it. It's HOA property now." People gasped, laughed. One elderly couple actually said, "She told us you asked her to house sit." By the end of the footage, the entire mood had shifted. Karen, who showed up late and stood in the back, was red-faced, arms crossed, lips pursed. She left before it ended. But the damage was done. The following week, an anonymous petition circulated the community. Karen should be banned from all future HOA roles. It passed with 93% approval. Then came the real revenge, legal and financial. The damage Karen and her cousin caused wasn't minor. Drywall, broken electronics, ruined personal effects. Insurance covered some of it, but not all. So I filed a small claims case against her. And she countered, saying I set her up by leaving my house unattended on purpose. Her lawyer didn't even try to argue facts, just bluster. I brought printouts, timestamps, a notarized timeline of my trip, airline receipts, and a statement from the security firm verifying no HOA rule permits seizure of private property. Karen had nothing. The judge didn't even deliberate long. She was ordered to pay $8,400 in damages, plus a formal apology. Did she apologize? Yes, through gritted teeth. On camera. It was court-ordered, but I posted it to the community board with the caption, "From HOA Hero to HOA Horror Story." Final twist. The HOA rewrites the rules. After everything, the HOA held a special meeting and rewrote their bylaws to clearly state that no property could be claimed, reassigned, or repurposed without written consent from the deed holder and a majority board vote. Karen had given me a gift, really. Her actions forced the HOA to become more transparent, fair, and secure. And me? Well, I was offered a seat on the board. I politely declined. But I did donate a security camera bundle to the neighborhood and hosted a seminar. How not to let a Karen steal your house. And hey, if you love watching justice served with a side of HOA drama, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We drop fresh stories every week that'll make you laugh, gasp, and maybe even cheer out loud. Your support helps us expose more Karens, one outrageous story at a time. Final note, Karen eventually moved away. Rumor has it she tried to pull the same power move in another town, but this time, the community was ready. Someone recognized her from my video and warned the HOA there. She left in less than a month. Sometimes karma doesn't knock. It shows up with receipts, video, and a court summons.